But I never thought that it'd feel
Yeah.
so simple. But I found
Found
a
a
way.
way.
I
Found
found a
a
way.
way.
Yeah,
Great,
yeah, yeah.
great
That
theme
was a good
song.
show. That was a good show. And what kind of music are we playing on the space station?
Smooth operator, Sade, 24/7.
Yeah, 20. That's it.
That's
24/7.
it. Just smooth operator, just back to back.
Yeah.
I don't even know if many people who would watch this would know who Sade or Smooth Operator is.
I know. I think more people know Smooth Operator than actual who Sade is. Do you say Sade or is it like Sade? Is it like
Sade.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like spelled Sade, right?
It's spelled like Sade, like Sade.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's Sade.
For like half of my life, I was just like Sade, bro. Sade's good.
Yeah, and everyone's like, who the fuck?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Smooth Operator. They're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, but Sade, like,
You're like, yeah, Sade.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Dude, I don't know how to talk on the phone really if I'm not moving around.
Yeah.
I'm like always one of those people that always moved around.
It jogs my mind. Like I don't know. It just keeps me going. Like I don't know.
Yeah, like sitting on a bed and just like talking.
Like if I'm on the bed talking to you don't intimidate me. You know.
Dude, I was recently talking to,
Yeah.
like streaming stuff about how I used to call girls when I was in like 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Right.
And it's kind of weird that we say that because what I'm trying to say is I always had to be doing something on the phone. I can never just like be stagnant
No,
and like
I feel you.
sitting there because I was telling them that I used to call girls when I was younger and I used to sing "I Miss You" on the phone
Wait,
by
but
Blink.
really? You know,
Yeah, I just thought it was so romantic. In hindsight, it was
Oh my-
obviously really cheesy, but
Like,
that's what I used to do, man.
Damn,
It was-
at your core, you were just like, yo, this is so romantic right
at
now.
my core, I'm like, "Where are you?"
Damn, did you try to like tonight?
Oh, dude, why wouldn't I?
Oh, bro, that's
I'm not
true.
gonna be like, "Where are you?"
I know your cover. Like
You have to. You have to. If
Yeah,
you're doing Tom,
gotta-
you have
gotta-
to go
you gotta
balls
do
to the
the
wall.
Tom. Yeah, okay, then show me your mark. Is it just anybody?
It would just be super monotone.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Mark just pretty much has like this is his range right here.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
this-
it. And then if that's not his range, it's actually just lower,
yeah, exactly.
just for a lower harmony.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was listening to the Mark, Tom, and Travis show actually
Bro,
yesterday,
that shit is so good.
and I thought of you. I was like, oh my god!
I
Every
listened to-
single time we used to
Walk to school.
walk to school,
Fuck
that's
yeah,
like one headphone would be in,
I know.
and then the other one would be out, depending on what side you're walking on, so we
Yeah.
could like talk at the same time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Damn,
Those were-
that was
those were
before
good
AirPods
times.
too. You know that shit fucking.
And those never stuck in my ear.
Oh yeah,
The old iPhone headphones or the old Apple
shit.
headphones.
Yo, like with the mesh kind of like.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really.
It was like the gray on the front, and then
Yeah.
those sucked.
Those things did suck in. I don't know. Over time, they really gave me just like an earache. Like.
Oh yeah, they make your ears all sensitive.
Like oh yeah, fuck. But
This conversation already got kind of weird.
yeah, no, this is okay. This is funny. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of organicness I wanted. Like I don't gotta be like. So, what do you think about Corona and the
Yeah.
Republicans?
What do you think about the climate change?
Yeah,
in
yeah, the climate- yeah,
2019.
Exactly. So, what do you think about the conservatives?
I'd be like, dude, these flowers are fake. Shut up.
Dang. Fuck
You
no.
know what? Like this one actually seems really real, and then I looked at this one and it's like
Yeah.
woven. I was like, yeah, that one kind of
There's
gave
like
it away.
hairs popping out of
That
it.
one sold the bag.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. But yeah, it was weird. Like when I was walking here,
Mhm.
I don't know if I should like talk to like them or you, but
Mhm.
like I haven't walked here in probably over 10 years. I always drove,
I was
right?
thinking about that. Yeah.
So walking here was weird. It was like this nostalgic experience. For
Mhm.
those who don't know,
Yeah.
Malcolm and I live a block away from each other, and we grew up with each other. So when I
Mhm.
moved here from West LA in 2000, I was 8 years old, and he was the first person who knocked at my door.
It's crazy. I still remember.
Him
that.
and this guy named Adam knocked on my door because I was the new kid on the
Wanna
block,
play? Yeah.
and that was the first memory I have of you.
That's
for sure.
That's a
You
trip
guys knocking at my door and be like,
with
"Hey, do you want to ride bikes?" And I was like, "I have a scooter."
No, fuck this kid.
So that was like the first memory. So it was weird because throughout, that was 3rd grade, so 4th, 5th, all the way through high school. I always walked here. You'd walk to my place, but I
Right.
feel like I was here more,
Right.
right?
Yeah, you were here a lot.
I feel
Yeah.
like I was here. You're like, dude,
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
here
yeah.
almost
Yeah.
too much.
If you're here to like,
No, I was here
Yeah.
more. I think I felt more comfortable here.
yeah.
This was like a second home.
Nice,
So like
yeah.
it was weird walking here because I was like, man, it's been so long, but it still felt nostalgic. And then actually, when I went to go pee, I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself with all the tattoos and stuff that I obviously didn't have when I was a kid, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Damn.
I'm here. Like, I'm really back here. You
Yeah, I
the
know.
Bathroom's all redone and stuff. You're like, dude, that was
Yeah,
like 5 years
I bet
ago.
it even felt like smaller than it was before. I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah, right. Just
I
like,
feel like I was going to hit my head on the sill.
I feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here at my mom's house for like a long time. I'm just like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
I mean, dude, you got to think about it. If my first encounter with you was 2000 and we were in 3rd grade, it's been how many years? 21 years?
Yeah, dang.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
just hit me.
Yeah, whoa. Damn, our friendship can drink, you know?
Yeah, our friendship can drink. Our friendship can drink.
So that's a while, yeah. I was just like, nah, you know, like 15, you know, and then I was like,
Yeah, I was
no,
telling people that it was 18.
fuck.
And I thought that was a lot, but it's 21 years, right?
Really?
Yeah,
Were
the
we
year
7 when
2000.
we met?
8.
Yeah,
We were 8.
7. Yeah, damn.
So we were born in 92.
Yeah,
That's 8 years. I moved here in 2000 from West LA.
damn.
And you're fucking...
Oh, man.
Your ass
I'm
had to-
still a geek, but man, I was such a geek back then. Just
Well, yeah, we were like different geek. We were like Naruto... Not Naruto, sorry.
Yeah.
Toonami. You're Naruto, fucking... whatever the fuck, head ass
Yeah, yo.
Naruto shit.
Man, your stream loves
Saitama
Naruto,
and all
right?
that shit.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
stream loves all that shit. Shout out to Space Station to all those
Yeah.
weebs. All them weebs out there. But
Mm.
I love them. But yeah, we were like Dragon Ball Z and
Oh, yeah,
Toonami and...
still,
I was more of a Nickelodeon kid.
yeah.
You were definitely a Cartoon Network kid.
Yeah, how could you manage that? Did we ever have this like dispute or something?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it was just kind of obvious.
I don't think you ever wanted to come at me with that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I didn't want to test you. I didn't want my sense for for Cartoon Network to be warped or anything. Like, oh, I like it. You know.
Well, the thing was, like, every time I was here, because I didn't watch Cartoon Network really at all until Toonami. And for those
Oh,
of
yeah.
you who don't know, Toonami had like Dragon Ball Z, Sailor
Rulers.
Moon. What else was on Toonami?
Gundam Wing. I don't really
Gundam
watch
Wing.
It, but
Yeah, I mean, it was mainly for Dragon Ball Z. For
yeah,
me,
exactly.
At
That was
least
a
for
Dragon Ball
us.
Z F.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. But it's interesting because I would come here when we were younger, and you'd have like Codename Kids Next Door on,
shit,
or
yeah,
all
you're
those
like, what the
shows that
fuck
you
is
used
this
to like back
bullshit?
then. So it was like so different for me,
Mm-hmm.
where I was going home and watching SpongeBob, and then going to sleep in my SpongeBob
Oh yeah, exactly.
bed sheet cover and shit, because that's what I used
You
to
were a
have.
SpongeBob stan, bro.
Oh my god, I love
Like,
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, I fucking like SpongeBob. There's so many references from SpongeBob that like
SpongeBob is the GOAT.
just crack. Yeah, it's a great show. And I just remember at a certain time, like SpongeBob had like a block from like fucking 11:30 to 6. Like it was just straight.
And you just
SpongeBob.
watch it all.
Exactly. I didn't have the mic next to me. Yeah, exactly. You just watch. Yeah, I would just watch it all.
And then that's kind of where our journey began. Yeah, like 3rd grade, and then I think we didn't have a class together 3rd grade,
Mhm.
but then 4th grade we had
Yeah, I'm listening.
I suppose we could say names.
Yeah.
Miss Lewis.
Yeah.
4th grade was Miss Lewis, and
Hey.
that's my furthest memory of going back to playing Diablo 2. That's
Right.
kind of where my gaming career actually started, because I would play a lot of Diablo 2, and that's where I think got really close. Remember, we had like
Oh,
I think the class had like a
dang, I
a
definitely
class
remember
bunny or like a class rat or something, and I think I fed you its food because they look like
that.
strawberry chocolate
Man,
chips.
I must have blocked that shit out, bro. Damn, people could feed me anything. I was mad gullible with getting fed things. I mean, we'll go back to this in a second, but one of my friends, she was like in like a vet classes in Pierce, and she was like, "Eat this," and I was like, "Are you sure about this? This is hard as fuck." And I literally bit into it. I swear, I almost cracked my tooth. It was a horse cookie, bro.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, "Man, fuck it." I was like, "That's it. I'm not eating any shit anymore ever again."
Yeah, I think we fed you like they looked like little chocolate chips, but they were red.
Oh,
So we said it was like a strawberry chocolate chip,
oh, damn.
and it was really easy to get you because
I
obviously
would
I remember we had a teacher's assistant who seemed a lot older. Do you remember that Asian gentleman? I forgot his name, obviously, but he was like a TA for our teacher. And I asked him, I was like, "Hey, do you play Diablo?" And this is like a 10-year-old,
shit, he
11-year-old
said yes,
kid
didn't he?
asking like a.
Yeah.
I mean, he seemed older back then, but he was
Yeah.
probably like what, 21,
It's kind of a
22.
trip. Yeah, we're probably older
Exactly.
than
Oh,
those
for
subs now.
sure.
That's a trip.
And he was like, "Yeah, I do." I
Yeah.
was like, "Do you want to play?" And he was like, "Sure." And I remember the next day I saw him.
That's
He
so
was like,
funny.
"You have some of the best items I've ever seen in Diablo," as an 11-year-old, and that guy was like 20 plus.
That's so fucking funny. Yeah.
It's so crazy. And then I think from there we went into like I'll always remember 4th and 5th grade, especially 4th grade, as the phase of trying to be an animator. And what I mean by that is when we were watching Dragon Ball Z, we would sit
Oh fuck yeah.
during recess or whatever you
Yeah,
guys
oh,
call it now,
man.
nutrition,
Drawing Dragon Ball
and
Z
we'd
was-
draw Dragon Ball Z. And you'd go, dude, the hair looks so good. I can't even tell if this is actually Vegeta or this is actually Goku. Remember that? And we'd always start with the heart face.
Yeah, yeah.
It always
was kinda
started with the heart
It's
face.
a little bit like a mask, like I don't know, like the shape of it. But yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. And then the
Oh
hair.
my god, it was kind of like because like the Saiyan hair, unless it was like Vegeta's shit.
Exactly.
It was always like
the V.
this.
Yeah.
Like my favorite part was drawing the hair, even though like.
Oh yeah, the little V's. all over.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you layer them.
Yeah, I must have practiced drawing like Goku's original state hair, just like fucking like by now like I must have drew like fucking 100 times. Like 100
Well, the
something.
crazy thing is, I don't know if you remember, but on Toonami there was that thing where like
Dude,
people would send it in.
bro.
And I think
these
that's what
kids
we
don't
always
know.
wanted. Yeah. Toonami would have a segment where it would show like segments of where people or kids, I guess,
Right.
would send their drawings in. And I guess we always try to get there.
Right.
I never sent anything in, did you?
I'd never sent anything in.
It's probably why we never got on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We cracked the code.
Yeah, yeah. I've been trying to figure it out up until this.
And then I think fourth grade was a pivotal time. Do you know why?
What was that?
Fourth grade, I think, was 2001. Aside from what happened in 2001,
We
I
Miss
think
Song?
no. Fourth grade, I think
She was bad.
she was a baddie. She was a baddie. Our fifth grade teacher was a
And this
baddie.
song, I'm still looking for you. I'm
Where
just kidding. I'm playing.
So,
Crazy.
if I'm not mistaken, we can check this.
Right.
Fourth grade was a pivotal moment. Do you want to try to think why?
I
For
don't-
our lives, and I mean I don't mean that in a
Yeah.
easy way.
Wow.
Fourth grade, we met Michael. This guy named Michael, and we used to go to his house. Michael, if I'm not mistaken, was the first person who had Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Pivotal moment. I didn't know that he was pretty much introducing me to crack.
Yeah, I mean, he really kind of just fucked up our life at one point.
Seriously.
We used to actually go to his house, and then do you remember those Kudos bars?
Dude.
They were like
thing.
cereal bars, but they had like M&Ms or
Those
some
things are
shit all over them.
diabetes,
They were like
bro.
drizzled with
Right.
chocolate.
Yeah.
We would go and we'd just eat like 15 of those each, just playing Super Smash Brothers
His house?
Melee.
You think he had kudos?
Yeah,
That-
he had a
uh,
big
yeah.
box. He used to get the box.
Oh
from,
yeah.
Costco.
Yeah, Costco boxes. Yeah.
But that's where I remember playing it. My first character I ever played was Roy. My first one was Roy, and I thought he
remember
was
you
so
liking Roy.
overpowered
Oh,
because
shit.
you'd hold B down, and then he had the charge blast.
Oh,
Go figure.
fuck.
Roy is actual dog shit,
Seriously.
just dog shit.
Seriously. I never seen him used in like a professional setting.
Yeah, no.
Like he's a lot of fun though. Like, cause it was just about like, yo, if I get a fully charged to fucking like
You're done.
neutral, like I'm sorry, you suck. If I
You're
got-
yeah.
If I get one on you, you are trash.
And skipping forward to like high school,
Right.
if people thought that they were good at Smash,
Oh yeah, just
Malcolm and I had
yeah,
to,
exactly. I was
to lay the smack down. And if we picked Roy because we knew you were dog shit,
yeah.
we were dogging on you. And if we hit you with that charge up B, my guy,
Exactly.
get out of my house.
Yeah, exactly. If I ever hit you with that charger B, I don't know.
Yeah, you're done.
Zero respect. I might as well just play Kirby against you for the rest of this.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ugh, Kirby. But yeah, I think that was a very pivotal moment.
Yeah, I was like, man, what's he gonna tell me? But I was like, okay, still equally as
You're
pivotal.
like, what did I do? What did I
I was
eat?
like,
What did I eat?
shit. Oh shit! I was like, don't tell him about the time I.
No, I think that was like a super pivotal moment because
yeah. Oh hell
for
yeah.
those who obviously don't know, Malcolm and I from
Mhm.
that point on, you had a GameCube. I never had a GameCube. That's
Oh,
probably
yeah,
why
yeah.
I was
Which
always
is, which is
here.
why it was like even more embarrassing when you like shit on all of us.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No, but I think that was a big thing because throughout, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, that's all we played.
Yeah.
Even when the new one came out
Oh,
on, what was it? Wii.
Yeah.
We were like,
This is weird.
we should go back to Melee, which came out in, 2001, 2002.
Seriously.
So it's one of those things where, like, dude, how many hours do you think we actually put into that game?
Fuck, dude.
I used to play a lot of Warcraft 3 and Diablo, but I think Melee probably still takes it.
So fucking much.
I mean, I can't say how many times I remember being different weather-wise, like during the summer, just sweating our asses off in tank tops on just like a little, 12-inch screen?
Oh my god, yeah.
15-inch screen,
Well,
if that?
Yeah, yeah. I just remember, yeah.
Just sweating, like, and then
Yeah.
you'd like wipe your hands,
Oh fuck.
and then
oh.
you'd go back
I do
after
that.
a kill.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I was gonna say that. In between stocks, I'm like,
Yeah.
Yo,
Straight
man.
back into it. You just blow on your
Yeah.
hand.
I remember it got so bad that briefly my mom just made us go outside. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She was like, "All right, this is getting out of hand."
Your mom would be like, just
Yeah,
take some money and go to McDonald's.
exactly.
Just go eat something.
I mean, it was different for us. Yeah, she grew up in the '60s, and we're just like, "What the fuck are we supposed to?"
yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Or like she'd make us like mow the lawn and shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you'd be like, who was it that made us do like reports
Oh,
on
shit.
Saturday mornings?
That was
remember?
my mom. That was like, that was something that they kind of made us do every like weekend, but we kind of ended up doing every other weekend because we're bad kids.
And if I slipped over, guess who got sucked into that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My mom was always hating because I remember you did like I think you did it like at least twice, and you like blew right through it because like you just wanted to get through it and like But I've been so like just drained from doing that every weekend that I was just like I'm fucked it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. And my mom used to be like, "See, Jacques wants to do it," and I was like, "Man."
You're like, beat your ass later.
Yeah, I mean, love you, mom. Yeah, yeah. I was like, yeah, exactly. But yeah. It was articles. We had to find like current events in the article and kind of summarize it. But I used to like it was pulling teeth for me.
Out of like a newspaper too,
Yeah,
right? We
yeah.
weren't using like Google back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah.
I think it was literally out of a newspaper.
Yeah, you can find them, but yeah, like I don't think the news on the internet was as like popping as it was back then.
Yeah, not in like 2001.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Even when I was talking to my uncle recently.
Yeah.
Think about MapQuest.
Oh,
When was the last time you remember MapQuest?
Bro.
We used to have to print out directions.
I remember my parents doing that.
Yeah,
Like,
for
that-
sure. Or
that's-
they'd ask you, like, put this in and then print it for me. Like,
Yeah.
Malcolm, if we're going to go to Michael's house, you have to print a MapQuest. It wasn't like, oh, let's go to 39 blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It was like,
my
put it in.
parents-
And you'd be like,
Yeah.
you'd be reading it in the car being like,
Yeah.
turn left, turn left.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, this is Kinley, or some shit like. Yeah. My parents were just working together in the front seat trying to get me to a fucking birthday. like-
Exactly. Like, I'm going to be
Yeah.
late.
Getting all mad at each other, and with their,
They're arguing. You're mad because you're going to be late.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, come on,
You can't cancel Eminem.
Why not?
It won't happen. You can't cancel Eminem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's...
Because like it's I don't know. It's the same reason why like it's harder to cancel like comedians than it is like I don't know, someone that's more serious. Like I don't know.
Sure, like, you
because-
can't look at Eminem's music and just be like, yeah, but in 2000 he said this about doing that.
It's kind of interesting that you said because it's like because like Kevin Hart got canceled over like a tweet or like from years
Yeah,
ago.
like
But
2010.
then like Eminem has his track record of like misogyny and like
Everything.
and like everything like bro not giving like
He doesn't give a shit.
yeah because it's kind of like
But it was also the time.
yeah it's also the time but it's like also like the context of who they are. It's just like too. It's like what are you famous for? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, it's just like if if Obama came out and he was saying all the shit Eminem said, like just even if he was joking around.
Sure.
It just like we get so mad when our vision for a person like
It's
the
skewed.
yeah, it's just like skewed. Like there are the reason why we elevated them is they changed. I'm just like we put you here.
Yeah.
Like you're not allowed to be this guy. We didn't put you here to do that. But go on.
But it's interesting with Eminem. He also grew. He's not saying those things
Yeah,
that he did anymore.
I know.
See, it's like a fine line because do I agree with those things that he said back then? No.
Yeah.
But was it just the time where people would just say whatever and whatever, whenever, however?
Yeah, I don't know, cause like I go back and forth about like when people say, "Wow, they would never get away with that now," but like to be honest with you, I don't know. Like, it's been pretty. I'm looking at like old shit and new shit. It's kind of equally explicit and kind of just like
In a different way.
in a different way. I don't know.
I mean, Eminem was very blunt.
Yeah. I
He's
definitely
a
get it.
little.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but maybe you're right. Because let's listen to hip hop music. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just like a lot of it's pretty intense. Like, why are we okay with some of the things that like like Cardi B is saying about her vagina?
Yeah, WAP.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, how is that?
I don't know, man. Like, and how is that different from? There was that one song by like Tip Drill by shit like that. But anyways, I don't know. Just
I might have missed that one.
yeah, vulgar music and vulgar like words in music. I just don't. I don't really get that. They would never get away with it now. Shit. Like. It
Yeah,
seems,
see, like WAP is a good example
Yeah.
too, right? And then you play WAP at the Grammys.
right,
right?
exactly.
See, there,
Weird.
yeah, that's like the fine line. Like Eminem back then used to do that stuff too. He used
Yeah.
to sing these songs.
Yeah.
So
No.
yeah, I guess that
You know
proves
what I
your
mean?
point
Yeah,
that
like-
nothing has really changed. It's just people who want to cancel and get offended by things like this will
Yeah.
always nitpick. There's always going to be a nitpicker, as I'm sure there was back in the early 2000s with Eminem. And, I'll always bring up a band like Blink-182
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
and I used to listen to. Do you think that someone would make a song called Fuck a Dog nowadays? That would be as big as
Yeah,
Take
it's-
Off Your Pants and Jacket, the album was.
I mean, yeah,
They never would.
You're probably right. Okay, you're definitely right about that.
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket is arguably the best pop punk album that has ever existed.
Oh man, it's
Based on quality,
yeah.
lyricism,
Yeah,
melody, and everything.
yeah. We had this conversation.
Yeah,
I
top
was
to
here.
bottom.
Oh man, like.
But then they threw in Fuck a Dog.
Damn.
Or even the album name.
Yeah.
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
It's a little hidden. It's like.
No, that's like good,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like Fuck
yeah,
a Dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
Did they have a song on Fuck a Dog? That's something on there like. I don't know if it's called Fuck a Dog. It's like it's.
I wanna fuck a dog in the ass.
Damn. I think what's off limits now is kind of making fun of people's sexual orientations or their.
For sure. LGBTQ plus.
I'm not sure if Blink-182 like said some things about like some some perceived as homophobic statements.
Back then.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Like, so when people say that, I understand like well, they would never get away with this now.
Yeah.
It's just like I think when people say that they're talking about a lot of sexual misconduct because there's a huge microscope right now on sexual misconduct. Like
Absolutely.
What I mean? Like what I mean? Just like it's just like the workplace in the 50s. Women could be sexually harassed versus now.
Like Mad Men.
Yeah,
that show.
exactly.
Even though I haven't seen
pretty
it,
much.
it seems like that.
When I think of I pretty much just think of Mad Men when I picture like the 50s.
Yeah.
But yeah, so sexual misconduct I think is like being like just microscoped right now. Like, hey, don't do that. But pretty much everything else has pretty much been the same. People are just getting away with it. I don't know, like maybe the music industry isn't elevating like Fuck a Talk in the Ass, Blink-182 punk rock music as much, but we're just like we're talking about like just I don't know, fucking girls.
WAP and
yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? It's just like
and it's weird because that's always been there.
Yeah,
I was listening to rest in peace DMX, but that's all his shit's about.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of what his is about.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, he brings up like I think a lyric. He says like something like something blah blah faggot and like
Yeah, exactly.
you know what I mean? Like now it's like whoa.
And that wouldn't get away nowadays. And I agree, it should not be getting like that's bad.
Yeah.
We agree that that's bad.
Yeah.
But the different microscope, as you're saying, was so different in the 90s, 2000s, this and that.
What were we canceling back then?
I don't.
Yeah. Well, there was.
I think the cancel culture was a very small minority
Yeah.
back then.
Oh, never.
Right. I think the cancel culture was very small. I think people who listened to Eminem and maybe all these people definitely were like, this is weird.
Right.
But what you have to think on the opposite end of that, cancel culture really derives from the internet.
Yeah, I mean, it blows my mind. I mean, look how serious Twitter is being taken. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird that like some place I had no idea how to use Twitter back in the day. Still don't even really. I mean, I know how, but like I'm just like, what is this? But now we have like literally just like representatives, presidents on there tweeting. Like it's kind of odd. It's just like this little like fun toy. It's the same place that people are tweeting some really ratchet shit. You know what I mean? It's like
next level.
Yeah, next level ratchet shit.
Well, it's almost like the freedom of speech. It's like people always talk about the internet as this place where you could say anything and everything.
Yeah.
You could say anything and everything, but you can go on Twitter and say whatever you want. You can say like the most radical, racist, misogynistic, whatever thing, and then no one bats an eye. But you say that in real life, and everyone bats an eye. But it's almost like it's kind of weird. Like internet laws were not made,
right?
Which made this giant loophole that anyone and everyone can say whatever they want there. But then many would argue that why should the internet have laws? Well, I'm behind a computer. That argument can be both ways. I mean, realistically, the argument can be both ways. It's one of those things where it's tough. You can never put laws on the internet. Are you kidding me? The internet would cancel that.
I know, yeah. It's just like, and
we grew up in the age of the internet.
Yeah. Whoever said the internet's forever, that guy meant it. Like,
for sure. The internet will never not be a thing. Like, it's just so easy.
Yeah, I'm saying like you say or do anything, like I mean like. It's up there.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's somewhere up there. If it's popular enough, it's somewhere forever up there. Like it's documented.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy.
It's nuts.
Yeah. The internet when we were kids, like let's talk about that. I don't have anything specific to say, but it was definitely not as serious as it was then. Like
no.
Like it's just kind of crazy how like maybe 15 years ago, it wasn't super crazy to like not pay a bill online. You know what I mean? Now everyone prefers it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like
Now it's
now,
like-
which are the good things because
Yeah.
then you have like, going more green.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
right. You know,
paper
saving- yeah,
and
saving on
things like
paper,
that.
and honestly, time. You know.
Like in 2000 and maybe 8,
Right.
I'll never forget that video of you. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The Red Hot
one-
Chili Peppers?
Oh man, yeah. Seriously, it's one of those things that I'm never gonna live down, but I actually laugh at it. Like, you know, I'm not like, don't show that video. You know?
So pretty much what it was is, what song were you playing?
I was playing "Can't Stop" by Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I played pretty good now. You know, just out of pride. Like,
Malcolm was playing "Can't Stop" by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He was young. He had this. I'll never forget it. You had a tank top on.
oh yeah.
The tank top was like coming down.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
it was so big on you. I'll never forget it
I
because
always
I've
wear big
watched it
shit.
so many times.
Yeah, it's so
And
funny.
he had the camera set up in front of him. He was playing, and I think he messed up at a certain part that was really hard.
You understand? That was like take like 15, and I
And
was
you
fucking
could just
done.
see in his face just the fucking frustration. And he just, I think you threw your guitar, right?
Yeah,
And
I
you
must
fucking
have.
slapped something off your table because you were so frustrated. And then you decided to upload it.
Yeah, yeah. I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm only mad that like I don't remember the password for that shit, so it's pretty much permanently up there.
Oh, is it still up?
Yeah, it's still, yeah, that stuff. It's still. But I just couldn't find my stuff. Like I couldn't find like my
Oh my God.
MySpace. Hopefully MySpace is deleted. But yeah,
My
yeah,
old dog.
I was pissed, you know, because like I was like take 15, and I was really trying. I was newer to guitar. Yeah, I still have that guitar.
Do you?
Yeah, I still got
The
it.
Black Fender?
Yeah, you know, I don't really play that much because I got like some other ones now. But
Those are good times.
yeah.
I don't know if we could talk about this. Do you remember this backyard of a certain thing that happened here in high school where people decided to?
I'm good. I'm good. Not that I think that's off the table, but like I don't want to relive it, or I guess anyone to know. Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
We'll move on from that.
Yeah.
We'll just say that
Yeah.
there was a party
Subscribe to my Patreon. I'm just kidding. I don't have one of those, but that's
and a
that's
quick,
tradition. Yeah.
advertisement for
Yeah,
Patreon. And if you ever want to see Pink Impulse on OnlyFans, please,
Yeah,
Pink Impulse
sure,
at
man. I'm
OnlyFans.
about to get OnlyFans. I mean, not really,
Sheesh.
but like, I had a real conversation with my girl. I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, baby. We really needed it. You better take a picture of your motherfucking feet.
God damn, dude. Imagine if we lived in that world.
I
Like,
know.
if someone was like, yo,
Mhm.
Jacques, kind of feeling a certain way tonight. You think you could send me a feet pic after a shower? Be like, fam, say no more. How many do you want? I'd literally just be like, say no more.
Yeah. Seriously, say no more. Like, yeah, I don't even need to know the purpose of it. You
Dude,
know,
$1 a feet pic, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
please just say no more.
Like, yeah, like I'll do that
That's funny.
immediately.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you know that. I don't want to leave people on a cliffhanger. But yeah, there was a party back here one time that was
Mhm.
a little out of hand.
Yeah. a little lot, you know.
A little out of hand.
Yeah. A little more than I was freaking out. But,
We were freaking out.
yeah.
But then I think there was a certain point where we were like,
Yeah.
fuck it. Like,
So I was like, fuck it, and then homeboy started giving me a light show back when that was cool.
oh my God,
Man.
so cheesy.
Oh my
People were like,
God,
"Do
man.
that thing."
Yeah. I remember I was trying to learn how to do it. Hold on, bro.
Yeah, you should stop. You're making a fool out of yourself in front of the people who are watching this. Yeah, they're like, unsubscribe.
Yeah, man.
So another thing that that I was thinking about that we could talk about was
Mm.
we used to, I think, go to CSUN for when we were younger because, at least I'll speak for myself, I wasn't great at school, and I think your mom always wanted us to do better.
Yeah.
In particular, his
just-
mother always was like out for our education, like in a good way,
Right.
which is obviously always a good thing in hindsight.
Mhm.
We hated it at the time,
Oh man. Yeah.
but I think we went to CSUN for a bit and we took a couple classes. One of
Yeah.
them was like a theater class. I actually don't know. This makes me feel really old because I don't remember the time frame that was at. I don't know. I don't think we were in high school.
No, we were in high school.
There's no way.
Yeah, I think we were just, I think we were either in 7th grade or like I think the summer before the grade maybe. I don't know. It could have been the summer before 7th, the summer before 8th, but we were
Yeah.
we were definitely in middle school, and I just remembered like a strangely overcast day, and having
Yeah.
like maybe one of our last classes or maybe like the middle of the
Yeah.
end classes, And then I don't even know how it was brought up, whether it was we planned it from the beginning or my mom was just like, spur of the moment, like Hurricane Harbor or some shit.
Yeah, it was a really gloomy day.
Yeah.
So for those
Yeah.
of you who don't know, CSUN is
Yeah.
a college. So
Yeah.
we used to just take like random bullshit classes there.
Yeah.
Just when we were younger. I don't know what it was for. I think education. And I was never good in
Yeah.
math.
Yeah.
But I think I remember taking a math class
Yeah.
in specific.
Oh yeah, there was. Yeah, but there was like another one. I think it was like a drama class. Am I tripping?
It was drama.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it was
some shit
drama.
like
And then
that.
at the end there was like some thing. But I don't.
Yeah.
Were you there the whole time or did you leave after a certain point?
I don't remember. I don't remember completing that whole thing. You know what I mean?
I remember completing the whole thing. I remember
Maybe I'm
doing a
tripping.
play in front of people.
Yeah, maybe when we went to Hurricane Harbor, that was like our final like day. So we went to Hurricane Harbor, but like
Final hoorah.
yeah, final hoorah. I don't remember being finished, but maybe we did.
I have an interesting story about Hurricane Harbor too. So I'll never forget that it was a really gloomy day.
Yeah, that's what I
And
remember a lot.
Malcolm and I always,
Mhm.
100% of the time, had our Game Boy SP on us. In the car, we
I'm
were
still
always
kinda
playing
like
it.
that, man,
100%,
with my
we
Switch.
were always playing it. And I'll never forget, we go to Hurricane Harbor, which was like cool. Hurricane Harbor, for the people who don't know, is a water park. It's Six Flags water park here in California,
Yeah.
Southern California. And excuse me. And I remember, I don't even think we did like many slides or rides or anything, but I remember doing one, and this is a really weird story. This is like really nasty.
Oh shit.
Fuck it, I'll just say it.
Okay.
I remember going down a slide, and it was like one of the ones, like I don't like the straight down ones, right? I like the
Yeah,
ones that have a
fucking
little,
yeah.
a little curvature
Yeah,
to it. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I remember I was going down this thing, and you're doing your like little X thing, and
Yeah.
you're supposed to close your legs,
Oh,
like
yeah.
or not close your legs, like cross them as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But I remember right before I went down to the end, where I opened my legs,
Oof.
and water went directly in my asshole.
I knew the story was going that way. I was like, oh my god, you got like a water enema. or
I
some
did
shit.
get a water enema, and it was the weirdest feeling. And I remember just walking. This is so gross, and just pushing water.
That is fucking. You're casual. I mean, if I was with you, wait, was I there for that one?
For sure.
Oh, yo, you're
sure.
casual. I did not.
I'll
notice
never
you.
forget because like
I never
it felt
noticed.
so weird.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
I was like, oh. And then I think from there we were like, let's just stick to the tube rides. The tube ones. But yeah, man, like Hurricane Harbor, and
That was great.
I think that was probably the only theme park we've ever been
Yeah.
together at.
I think we went to Six Flags. I remember my
Did we?
first time. It was my first time riding a loop roller coaster. Was I with you?
I don't know.
I remember being with like a good friend.
At one point, I do remember that I used to love roller coasters and Six Flags. I can't do them at all
Yeah.
anymore. I get really sick.
I
But
feel you.
when I was going to camp, remember
Right.
you came to camp every now and then with me at Northridge Park.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every now and then, I think your mom would like
Yeah.
have you there for like a week or like some of the field trips.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I think I definitely remember more when you were the coach, like one of the coaches.
Yeah. I
back
worked
on.
there for a little bit. I was like a
Mhm.
counselor in training or whatever it was. But I mean, maybe I don't remember going to Six Flags together. But then again, I can't imagine how many things we don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
You know, I
So
feel
many
like a lot of our
experiences.
childhood or
Mhm.
growing up together was really just as weird as this is. Was just a lot of Super Smash
We
Bros.
spent a lot of time inside. I just remember a lot of, like maybe riding our bikes.
Yeah,
And
that was
Smash
like
Bros.
younger for sure. But yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Bikes, Smash Bros. Like.
Yeah, Super
remember that.
Smash Bros. Was like, that's why I said like in fourth grade it was such a big thing for us. It was
Yeah.
such a pivotal moment for us. And I don't think you even had a GameCube when it 1st
Mhm.
came out, did you?
No, I didn't. No way. Yeah,
We got it after, but I don't
Yeah.
know why or how or when there was this thing because Malcolm and I were not casual Super Smash Brothers players.
Yeah.
We were like watching the pros. We were watching like the crazy people do these things, and we would sit there practicing
Mhm.
day in, day out, learning the meta. You know,
Mhm.
Marth, Jigglypuff, Dr. Mario for me, whoever it was,
Oh, yeah, you did
Falco,
Dr. Mario.
Fox, Shineblind, this
Dr.
and this,
Mario was dangerous.
wave dashing, things like that.
Oof.
I don't know where there was that moment where we were like, let's not be casual players. Let's just really,
I think we were inspired by Bob Money, Zelgadis.
for sure, the OGs of like Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, and that was like when like YouTube was like relatively like it's been out for like 5. Well, it's been
Oh,
like
it
known
was
for
so
like 4
new.
years, and we're just watching like like these really
Pixelated.
yeah, pixelated 240p montages
Yeah,
of like
180, 240. things like
yeah,
that,
exactly, of just like Bob Money and shit. Because there's like a Dr. Mario player that I think you were trying to. I don't know. That was
Bob Money.
Yeah. Okay. Who was the Samus player? Mike something or some shit like that. I don't know.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, but anyway.
Zelgadis was the
yeah,
fox,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Because he had the fucking dope Shine song. They were like, "Hey ya!"
I do remember that.
Shit,
Yeah, Bob Money, and then they always had that
Oh,
weird cheesy
shit.
montage in the beginning too. Remember of
Oh.
them in real life?
Oh yeah.
Or Bob Money was like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah, I remember that. Those were good times. But
Yeah, so I think that's what that's what kind of spurred me on. I was just like, well, you can get really good at this. I think I want to be one of the people. You know? Like,
yeah, did we ever watch like Ludwig?
No, I don't know who that is.
Ludwig, I think, is a very, very, very big Super Smash
Hmm.
Brothers Melee player who's like #1 on Twitch right now. So he's doing something. So every time someone subscribes to him, it adds to his timer. So he's been streaming for 26 days straight.
What?
He sleeps on stream. He does everything on stream. But I think he was.
Wild.
I think this was a little after our time, so I don't know about him much. But like, who was like the big pro guy back then? Mango, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't hear about Mango like until recently. Like when right now. Maybe
Recently,
probably,
like 10 years. Though,
Yeah,
recently.
like maybe when I was like 22 or some shit. But like he was pretty much like one of those guys, like just as popular. And he
Yeah.
was, like coming up, and he's like arguably one of the biggest ever.
Were those guys? They never like won tournaments and stuff, though, right? They kind of
Yeah.
just had like a little clan that was just really
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah,
right?
the guys we were looking at, like, but yeah,
They were just
yeah.
good at like
Yeah,
montages.
I think somehow I learned that they actually didn't. They never placed well in tournaments.
Never,
Yeah.
never. I
Yeah.
don't think they ever did.
But
well.
they're just like.
I
they
think
had
it was just
really,
like, you know how people have COD
Yeah.
compilations
Yeah.
or Valorant or whatever it
Right.
is now.
just one of
I think
those.
they were just really good at
Yeah.
making compilations of cool things that they would do.
Yeah, that was like the first pro shit. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
now we have a whole different kind of way of playing now, like for Smash. And those guys are just like even better than that. Cause remember Ken?
I do remember Ken.
Yeah, exactly. He was kind of like the middle of the road between.
Was he Marth?
Yeah, he was Marth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And no one really knows who he is anymore, and he places pretty low.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like that.
It just like fell off.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and you almost wonder like, are these guys just working like normal ass jobs now?
I wonder. You know what I mean? I know that. I bet those guys though. Those guys back then are probably working normal jobs. Like
Yeah,
the college,
Zelgadis and all them.
but Mango, he
They're
got
streamers
sponsors
and
and he had
stuff.
stream. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? At the time,
They went
like,
into that category because
yeah,
I remember when
yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Twitch TV was not always Twitch TV. It was Justin TV.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, so before Twitch was Twitch, it was Justin TV.
I can see that.
It was all video games. It was
Yeah.
always all video
Right.
games. And then I think Amazon bought it, named it Twitch.
No,
So
that makes
Justin was
sense.
really, really big.
Yeah.
But then obviously with Twitch, it blew up that much more.
Mhm.
But it was just one of those things where I wish I did that stuff. With how good we were at video games, whether it be Smash for you or Diablo or Warcraft for me, I wish we capitalized on these things. You know, it's
Yeah.
almost like in hindsight, you always look back going, damn, I wish we just made YouTube videos like this when we were younger.
Right.
So we could at least, even if we didn't make it big or whatever,
Right.
we just had an archive of all these things.
Exactly.
You know, like, hey, this is the adventures of, Mac and Jack
Exactly.
or Jock and Mac or whatever it is. You know,
yeah. I knew the value of documenting things when we were younger when I was in high school. I have like a bunch of videos of just like my friends at the spot, and I'm just like, you guys are laughing now, you know what I mean? But you're gonna love this later.
see,
you know?
I don't have things like that.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do like a bunch of them, but like I always like to take videos and shit.
See, I don't have those at all.
Mhm.
Like my group that I was with, we never really like took pictures and stuff.
Mhm.
Every now and then, like if we were
Yeah.
drinking or something in high school, yeah,
Right,
we had
right.
pictures or whatever. But like nothing crazy.
Right.
And I wish I had more of that. And like
Mm.
I guess to the people who are listening to this, if they got this far, do that stuff because I know so
Hell
many
yeah.
people that are like, I don't like being in pictures. Like I don't like my smile. I don't. Dude,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
It's like,
You're
right.
gonna look back one day and
Yeah.
go, "Oh, I have pictures with you, Garrett, and Michael in my house
That's what I'm saying.
for my birthday when I was. I think it was my first
Mhm.
birthday that I was here, so
Right.
maybe like turning 9 or 10 or
Yeah.
something. The house looked completely different. I'll never forget. You're wearing like this Hawaiian shirt.
Oh shit! I think
Yeah,
is
I
it
still
orange?
have those pictures. I think it is orange.
Yeah. Oh shit! Yo.
And I
yo.
think that's when I got
classic.
remember the Dragon Ball Z game back
Yeah.
then on
Oh.
PlayStation 2?
Oh, Budokai 2 or
Was it Budokai?
Because Budokai 1, 2, and 3 are on PS3.
Yeah, and they were like, one of them was really hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Really,
oh,
really
yeah.
hard.
I think number 2 was because I just Kid Buu number 2.
That was it. And I remember that's when I got that, and it was like,
Yeah.
it's cool to look back at those things.
Yeah.
Or I have a picture from, you know which one I'm talking about, the graduation of you and I from
Mhm.
elementary school with Miss Song.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's crazy seeing those things because we look at each other now, and we're 28,
Mm-hmm. Old as shit.
about 29, old as fuck. And we go, dude, like, you're my oldest friend that I know.
I
you
know.
know? And
So
it's
true.
crazy because it's like we have the pictures to document that.
Yeah.
We have the pictures to go, yeah, dude, I've known you for 21 years. And it's
Exactly.
cool having that because I think a lot of the times when you don't want to take pictures or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, you're just missing a flash of your life.
I know, right?
Just
You
a
know,
still bit of your life. That's
Exactly.
why I take so many pictures and videos on my phone now, just because I'm always like,
Yeah.
pretty
Fucking-
flower, cool, boop,
Yeah, exactly. You
or
know,
whatever it is.
you have no idea like how much like that if you ever get to go see whatever spot or how much that spot will change. Like I have
Yeah.
pictures of this lawn when it was fully grass, and back when it used to be really taken care of, it was all grass. And I used to,
Oh, when we used to take care of it?
yeah, yeah. Well, I didn't take care of shit. But back when my friends used to take care of
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
it was just like lush grass. I was having one of my birthdays out here. That we did a fucking pin the tail on the Pikachu fucking thing right over there. No.
Did we?
No, maybe you weren't there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I probably decided to skip out on that
Yeah.
birthday. It was a little too lame for me.
probably, yeah.
You're like, dude, there's pin the tail here. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not feeling so good anymore, man.
Not feeling it. Yeah, but yeah, I definitely people take pictures. Yeah, like,
Yeah,
take-
pictures,
are
videos,
cool.
even if they're like lame and you think you look ugly, or like Malcolm
Yeah.
knows. For me personally,
Yeah.
like I had really bad acne when I was growing up. I didn't like to be in front of the camera. Remember
Yeah.
in like high school, like
Right.
there was a phase for me where like
Mhm.
I had terrible acne. I didn't like to be in pictures. I was very self-conscious
Right.
about things. In hindsight, I wish I did take more pictures.
Yeah, because it's like it's over. It's just that like yeah, and honestly, like I hate looking at my pictures. I'm just like, God damn, this guy dresses like a dork.
Yeah, but that was just
Like
it.
me.
Like I'll
know?
remember in like 2010, I always used to wear like the wild ones and
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that, and like super baggy Dickie shorts with high socks.
That was
and,
back
like,
when it was cool.
some
Travis
high-
Barker was rocking
yeah,
that.
that Travis Barker stuff,
the
and
fucking the cutout. Tank
yeah,
top
the
and
cutout
stuff.
tank top, the mohawk or whatever.
Yeah.
But things like that, and now, it's like style always evolves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do I think that that'll come back?
Mm.
Maybe not
Maybe.
that one.
Yeah, yeah, I mean not.
That was a little more far-fetched, but
yeah,
I think in general style comes back all the time, so it's cool to just have pictures of that stuff.
yeah.
Like,
Maybe the Dickies will come back.
I'm sure. Well, Dickies are back.
They are
Yeah, like long Dickies. People were like long Dickies with some like,
really.
Jordans or something. Yeah, it's weird.
Damn.
Guess we're just not hip anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not hip, bro. I'm not hip. I'm out of the circle now. PS2 came out in 2000,
Mm.
and that was like around 2002 when we were playing God of War and shit.
Yeah.
And like, cause we were 10 years old.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah,
So-
it was legendary.
I remember, yeah, a great time for games too. I remember,
Yeah.
I just remember like this. We didn't really have a debate, but I remember you had God of War, and I loved that game. And then I got Devil May Cry 3,
Oh my
and for some reason, like, yeah, we're just really into it, and like we kind of clashed on like our ideals. I was like, bro, Devil May Cry, hindsight, honestly, God of War was way fucking better.
But I had Devil May Cry 1 on PlayStation 2,
Oh yeah,
and Devil May Cry was also game changing.
yeah.
Do you remember the game Max Payne,
Oh yeah.
where everything was
yeah.
like slow mo? Yeah. Like
that was
that's like Devil May
Matrix
Cry
time.
brought out. That was probably the first game that I played that was very like
Mhm.
spooky, scary.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I was
it-
low-key kind of like a.
Yeah, it was like
creeped out.
a kind of. Bitch.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, it was like a spooky, scary kind of game. Remember the guys with the scissor legs?
Oh yeah,
and
they
things
were
like that.
puppets, like,
Yeah, exactly. It was all like puppeteers and things like. Yeah, you really have that down. That's.
I killed it. It's like, all right,
It's- yeah.
stop acting.
I'm like,
We
okay,
get it."
you're freaking me out,
All
Devil
right,
May Cry.
yeah.
Um,
Okay. There was a time like, like shit didn't come out every fucking like year.
No,
You
you
know,
sat on games.
Also, you sat on games. It was meant to be played for a while, and you took it a lot slower because there was no walkthroughs and shit. I mean, remember GameWinners.com?
100%.
Yeah. Remember, it was just text because there was no YouTube. You were just
100%.
like, okay.
Oh, let me hit you with something even more.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you used to play Pokemon and
Oh,
you
yeah.
used to go to the store to buy the walkthrough of it?
Oh,
And they used to
fuck.
have the big like I used to have one for
Bro.
Yellow Edition.
Yo, I kind of just want that.
Big Pikachu on the cover, and they tell you like, oh, to get
I
the
still have that.
to go to the
Mm-hmm.
what was it like to get the flashlight for the first dungeon?
Oh, bro.
You have to go here, whatever it is, or
Bro.
from here you can only get there because you need to learn swim with the TM or TM1 or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
or fly,
Surf.
surf, yeah, whatever
yeah.
it is. Like
Fly was lit.
like those are the things that like
Yeah, and like you,
no one uses those anymore. No
I
one's gonna
know.
sit there reading a book.
yeah. Now, like literally, like, man, Google's so fucking smart that you look at that specific thing. First of all, it already suggested to you before you fucking type it out,
100%,
and it'll be like in that box that it already shows you like,
100%.
the answer.
without a doubt. I mean, there's no fucking way.
Yeah,
around.
exactly. And then not only that, it's just like there's like an ass ton of fucking videos like about it.
Oh yeah, YouTube
Oh
videos
my
will
God.
typically come up first, and
Yeah.
they'll tell you exactly almost like where you are. You're like, hey,
Exactly.
how do they know where I am? With PlayStation 2, I think you were able to go on the internet and play.
Yeah, not many people like knew that.
I
or
mean,
had
we
it.
didn't do it because I
Yeah.
think it was also really expensive.
Yeah, you had to have some.
If I'm not mistaken.
Special Ethernet or some shit. I
Yeah,
don't
something
know.
different that
Something
probably
weird.
connected directly into it.
Yeah.
But then it's weird because like PlayStation 2 was so big for me. This is obviously just like opinion.
Mhm.
PS2 was so big for me, but then like PS3 was not as big for me.
It didn't hit. It
PS3
hit.
didn't hit for
It
me.
was a little bland.
Excuse me. Ooh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a little bland. It was like a Subway sandwich.
Oof.
I'm sorry, you love Subway or some shit?
No, I don't like Subway actually at all. That's why it hit so
yeah,
hard.
you're like, oh, you're right about
Like
that.
I don't go to Subway.
Yeah,
like I'm a Jersey
I
Mike's
used
dude.
to, I used to go, but then like one day I was just like,
No, fuck am I eating?
yeah, like no more.
You're like, do I really not have the taste buds to eat anything different? That I wanted Subway of all things today. Yeah, Subway is not my jam.
Yeah,
Do you like Jersey Mike's?
Yeah, I don't really go to like a lot of sub places, but I go to Jersey
Oh,
Mike's.
Jersey
man.
Mike's is fire.
Yeah, I mean a lot less because I've been eating like less meat,
Yeah.
but
You can get like
So-
tofurkey or some shit
yeah.
there.
Some of those options though that are like, man, like
Some of them just aren't good.
yeah,
That's the thing. Like I've tried those vegetarian, vegan things too, and
Yeah.
like I'm open to all foods. I don't care
Yeah.
what it is. Like I'm pretty open. There are only maybe a couple things that I wouldn't try in my life, but like I don't like how everyone's like, no, it's just as good. Like
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
I'd
that
never
from a
tell people
meat
that.
eating perspective because
Yeah.
you are a vegetarian, now, right?
Right.
Or vegan.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian. Even from a vegetarian standpoint, I'm sure you're like, no, it's just not good. It
Yeah.
just doesn't taste good. Like
Yeah.
that's the problem sometimes with like the vegetarian vegan stuff. There are things that I have had that are vegetarian and vegan where I go, I actually thought that was meat, or I think that was actually an amazing dish. I do not bash it at all,
Right.
but I hate the other side where anything that's vegetarian is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Those people are
Everything meat isn't delicious either.
lying. Yeah. They're
Like
lying.
there are some meats
Stop.
that are disgusting,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Everything is
Mhm.
obviously opinion based, but like I think it was like a tofurkey type. I was like, I don't like this. It's just not. And then the
Totally.
vegetarian will be
Yeah.
like,
Like, what are you talking about?
this tastes just
Yeah.
like turkey. I'm like, you have not eaten turkey for a long time, then,
Yeah.
you know. Although I don't really like turkey either.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole like
yeah.
everything is good.
No, it's a
No.
that's a goddamn lie. Like I don't
Another thing we used to do when we were younger.
Mhm.
Sorry, speaking about food,
know.
we used to go to McDonald's
Mhm.
all the
Mhm.
time.
Oh, we should go to McDonald's.
No,
I was
we
like,
used to go to
Yeah.
McDonald's
all
all the time. There's
Yeah.
one down the street,
Right around the
like
corner.
literally, we used to hop this little thing.
Good time.
Man, we used to be there
We used to really be there.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what I used to get though. Like, did you have like a thing where you were like, "This is what I get"?
I think like when I was like in 11th grade, I started just going to make a big gangbang.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know.
especially because it was cheap. It was
Yeah,
affordable.
exactly.
Was it what,
like,
$2, $3,
yeah, like,
if that?
Yeah, $3 max. Just it was like 2 burgers. You put those bitches together.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, another thing.
What's up?
Do you remember? And there was a KFC by our school.
Shit, the chicken goddamn snacker.
The Snackers.
The heartburn sandwich.
The Snackers. So there used to be
Yeah,
something at
they don't do- I don't
KFC.
know why they're doing it
It
anymore.
was like this little. It was smaller probably
Yeah,
than
it
our
was like
phones,
It
right?
was like a slider, but
It was like it was like a little slider. It was a chicken slider, and they had original, which was ass. They had barbecue,
do
which
that.
was like really good,
Yeah.
and then they had the
Like,
spicy buffalo,
That was my
just
shit. That was my shit.
drenched.
Yeah, it was drenched. I feel like that was even more drenched than like the buffalo one. It felt like it was like in
Than the barbecue one.
Yeah, than the barbecue one. Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
Those were so good,
I used to think about those in class.
dude. Especially because like the bread was all like
Oh yeah.
fluffy and
Oh yeah.
doughy. That's all you'd get. You'd get
Yeah.
like 3 of them.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm good. It's like $3. And then do you remember the
Yeah.
was it the Zinger? The triple crunch Zinger? Excuse me, or something like that. They had a chicken sandwich there that was like it's way out of our price range, obviously.
Singer. I don't know.
Yeah, it had like
Something there.
3 fucking crunchy chicken strips in it in like this big burger. But again, we were such like cheap asses back then.
Mhm.
I don't know, like was it like that for you? Like my parents would give me like $10 or $20 for the week,
Yeah.
and then if I save that money,
Mhm.
and it's kind of weird because I have this perspective now, which is I think kind of a good perspective.
Right.
If my parents gave me $20 for the week, they were like, "This is your money for the week.
Mhm.
Do what you want with it." So let's say like I would save, and then like I was like hungry, so I got
Right.
something at like lunch or nutrition or something, some fucking nasty ass nachos, which are actually kind of good. With that fucking blob
Yeah,
of meat
oh,
that they would
yeah,
put on it.
man.
It's just like,
Yeah, I was like,
and you're like, oh, this is delicious.
yeah. Yeah, but you're like, your friends are still like, can I have some?
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
like, "Bit,
I'm like,
get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, if I wanted something good at the end of the week, for me, it was like Panda.
Oh yeah.
If I got Panda Express, that means I had like $7 or $8
yeah,
that were left over.
mm-hmm.
And when I had Panda,
today, you know?
yeah, it was like
Panda
that.
Bowl, yeah.
And it's kind of weird because if I go to Panda now, I'm kind of like that. I'm like, damn, I always think about how expensive Panda was, or at a certain point in my life, and I think I use that perspective a lot, which I'll kind of segue into something else, because when I got my first job, I was dating this girl. I was like 18, I had my first job, but then 19, I was still working there, and I used to get like $70 paychecks. I used to work at Hollister in Abercrombie, as you know. Didn't we go to the interview together for Hollister?
Did we?
Yeah, we did. In Simi Valley.
Walk me through it.
Remember my brother's friend was the manager?
I remember
And you got hired, and I don't think you wanted to work there.
I got hired.
Yeah.
This is because I remember. I think I went with you to pick up maybe like your last check at like Journeys or some shit. Journeys, was it?
I got fired from Journeys. Yeah. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
fired.
because I remember being in your car waiting, but you were like, hey, we're hanging out. Like, hey man, why don't we go pick up my last check or something?
I've always been like that.
Yeah.
Like I always like people to just hang out with, especially in my car.
Yeah.
Like if I'm going far, I'm like, you want to just come?
Yeah.
I always like that. I've always been like that. Like ever since I first started driving.
How,
Yeah. I use that perspective a lot. Right. So I remember I used to get like $70 paychecks, and I remember legit depositing $70 into my account. Right.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget because like I always wanted to like eat good.
Yeah.
Back then. So like we'd get like Taco Bell and we'd spend like, $15. And it was like kind of a lot because if you're making a $70 paycheck, $15 is like a quarter of it or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that like even now sometimes I try to use that perspective of like $70 is still $70. $70 can get you a hell of a lot of food if you really wanted to, even at our age.
Yeah.
I know we make a lot more than $70 fucking paycheck, but it's nice to have that perspective of this is where I came from.
Right.
I worked for money when I was younger. That hardship, like I hated working at Hollister, whether they were like 4-hour days or 8-hour days. It was not fun. But the perspective of getting that $70 and kind of just being like, what it was back then, even now, like $70 is $70.
Yeah.
Yes, the cost of living has obviously changed a lot and food's gotten more expensive, but I never forget about like those checks because it brings it into perspective for me. It really does. I mean, like, makes you appreciate money more.
I was gonna ask you, like you're saying, it makes you appreciate like
hardship, money.
For sure.
Like the $5 that we would spend at, like McDonald's back then. It's like, whoa, whoa. Oh, you're eating good today. He really spent $7. Think about spending $10 at McDonald's. How much food you get?
Honestly, now that's like a meal.
Is it? Oh, see, I haven't been there in a long time.
It went up, bro.
Really? Shit.
Like maybe
back then
maybe
it was like
for like a meal. Yeah, for a meal, you're spending like $9 for like the whole thing, and not like large, like normal size. Like
damn, really?
Dead serious. Either 8 or like.
Remember supersize?
Yeah. It's crazy how they got rid of that.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
The drinks were like.
Yeah, it was
buckets.
like. Yeah, it was like a big gulp.
It was like a big gulp.
Yeah, man.
Supersized Big Mac and supersized fries. Remember the fries?
Oh yeah.
You could dig your whole hand in there and still get more fries.
Your
your whole forearm would be in there, and you'd be like,
my elbow is at the top. Like,
salty ass fries and shit.
Yeah, but those
were good.
Bro. Yeah, they're good as fuck.
Those fries, they never skimped out on those
I
fries.
never thought I'd be like, they didn't. I will say that. I will say, I never understood my mom. She was like, you like those? Those are salty, boy. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? But
your
now,
eyebrows and shit are all covered in salt.
Yeah, now I eat like, yeah, exactly. Now I'm eating like a small one. I'm like, oh, you want the rest?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't.
It's salty when your teeth start doing some shit.
Oh,
you're like,
yeah.
It makes that noise with your back teeth, and you're like, I've had too much salt. I've definitely had too much salt today.
I usually just feel like kind of sick. I don't know when I have too much salt. Kind of like.
Yeah, like the sodium gets to you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like eating In-N-Out is like good now because In-N-Out's actually not that expensive too.
Yeah, it's not that expensive. In-N-Out for me has always been like a fair price, at least relative to like other
also relative to how it's cooked, quality.
Yeah,
you're not kind of just eating junk.
Yeah.
A bunch of stuff compiled together.
Yeah.
Although I think that it's nice to just eat a bunch of junk that's compiled together every now and then. Just feel like
Oh yeah.
Screw it, whatever.
Yeah, like my
I'm
ass over
craving
here.
it.
Like I'm over here eating like broccoli and carrots for dinner, and like some fucking like heated up asparagus. It was
Wow,
like,
dude, really,
well, like only
you're
like.
really selling
Well, okay,
vegetarianism.
well, well, that's like my chips. You know what I mean? You know when you want some chips? I'm like eating chips as a snack all the time. Like
Oh,
basically all the time. It's
You start
unhealthy.
feeling nasty.
Yeah, you start
Oh,
feeling
okay,
nasty.
in that
yeah. So I'm
perspective.
saying like whenever I want a snack, I'll do that shit. You know?
Yeah.
Um,
Dip your whole hand in the ranch.
yeah. Oh fuck, bro! I tell you, if you're a vegetarian, bro, like sauces, seasoning, your best friend. It's all
Yeah.
you got. It's all you got.
Because you could eat something that you kind of
Yeah.
remotely don't really
Yeah.
like.
Oversalt this bitch. Ends up
Slap it.
being worse
Yep.
for you. It raises your cholesterol more than like a ribeye, and I'm still like healthy. You know?
You're like, yes, I did not eat meat, but I still down 1,700 calories, 300 grams of sodium, and 18 carbs
Yeah.
or whatever it
I'm
is.
just like, I'm better
Yeah.
than you.
Power. Some Thanos shit.
shit.
Or do you remember that hot sauce we used to eat a lot? 100% pain.
Oh, bro.
So there's two things that we always used to eat.
Okay.
One of them were these things called Little Smokies, sausages.
Smoky.
Just in the morning. I don't know. We always just were they because they were just like easier. You just used to throw them on the stove, right?
yeah,
That was
it,
kind of
yeah. It was. I mean, like, yeah, they're like hot dogs. You know, kind of already like cooked, but like. You know,
Now
you know,
those have some shit in them.
Yeah, yeah. Being a vegetarian made me realize kind of just like what I'm eating. Even like vegetarian shit, I'm kind of just like I
Sure.
am looking at more about like what I'm putting into my body. I'm like, the more like you don't do, because it's like someone who smokes cigarettes, right?
Sure.
It's like when you stop smoking cigarettes, you kind of see how destructive it was.
Sure.
You know what
sure.
I mean? I'm not saying like meat is like a cigarette, but
Like in hindsight.
yeah, but in hindsight, but you start to understand its effect. When you stop doing something, you understand how it affects you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You understand? Could you
When
get
you
that
fall out of
perspective?
love,
Yeah, exactly.
what happens?
Yeah.
I suppose it depends on the situation that you were in.
Yeah,
You know how
yeah.
serious it was and whatnot.
Yeah.
But maybe not the best example all the time, but
Mm,
you
Yeah.
strip something away and you realize either how good it was,
Mhm.
bad it was,
yeah.
how much you wanted it, needed it, the corruption that it left
Exactly.
behind, so on and so forth.
I think there's good and bad in everything. Even in your good relationships, there's a little good and bad. Sometimes there's even a little like subconscious selfishness. You know what I mean?
Always.
I think. But yeah, like I said, like for good or bad, you realize how things affect you, and like it's just like that's I started just like really paying attention to how other things affected me in my life just with this discipline. I know you remember like other times you're over, like my mom having like no food in the fridge and shit.
Always.
Yeah, always had no food in the
Yeah.
fridge.
Unless it was that's why I think we ate so many taquitos.
Oh my god.
Taquitos
yeah.
were our thing. Malcolm would make like, I don't know,
Mhm.
30 taquitos or
Oh,
some
fuck
shit.
yeah, just
But then he would always have ranch
yeah.
and then the hottest hot sauce, the 100% pain.
I was about to say like segue back to 100%.
It was
pain.
always those,
Oh
right?
my god, yeah.
100% pain didn't even have flavor. It
Yeah.
was just heat.
yeah.
It was just fire.
It had like it had flavor, I guess, the natural flavors from like the salt and the peppers themselves.
You know that was on the
Like-
first seasons of Hot Ones?
Oh yeah.
100% pain was.
Yeah, it was in like the row. I remember that. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah,
it's there. Yeah.
But then you used to like ranch with your taquitos too, right?
Yeah.
I liked it. Oh,
Yeah.
to this day, I'm still like that. Like I'm like, dude, ranch with taquitos?
Ranch with the
That's
taquitos.
bomb.
I think, yeah, because I remember the taquitos we had. They're the ones from Costco with like the soft kind of bread.
Yeah.
They weren't like those, the corn ones. But yeah,
Oh,
those are bomb.
good.
Yeah,
Those are real good.
yeah. Those
Speaking of food, do you remember? Do you want to tell the story about? I don't even remember his name, but it had to do with a sausage, and it had to do with someone almost dying here when he choked on the sausage.
Oh,
What was that guy's name?
I think,
He was like
dude, was it?
he was like super punk rock at one point.
okay, either it was Nazari David
Nazare.
or yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much what happened was we were hanging out. It was
Mhm.
me and Malcolm,
Mhm.
that guy, and I think his girlfriend. Or who was that girl?
Yeah, he did. For some reason, I'm thinking about Jesus and his girl Amber.
No.
But,
Man, that's OG.
I know.
That's OG.
Yeah, he's the one who hacked my PSP for me back in the day.
I'm telling. I'm telling on you. But yeah, he
Uh,
came with some girl too, and I remember I think we were just like playing Smash or something, and he found like a sausage in the fridge or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know why he ate it.
I feel like I was cooking stuff. I mean, at a certain point, I thought
Yeah.
I could cook people's stuff, but not very, not a lot.
But I don't know what happened. I think he just ate it and forgot to chew it a lot or something.
Yeah, probably. You know
And
what I mean?
out of nowhere, this guy was just like,
Yeah, and I was just like, stop fucking around, you know?
yeah, Malcolm was like, dude, honestly, stop messing around. And he was literally like,
That
he literally
was crazy.
couldn't catch his breath.
Yeah.
And then I
fucking
think
scary.
that girl was saying like he has an asthma pump or something.
Oh, but like
So
yeah.
she like went, but
Yeah.
like we had to like Heimlich
Yeah,
maneuver him.
Yeah, and she thought it was asthma when he really had like a hot dog in his throat.
He
That's
literally
fucking-
had
that
like
was
a
crazy.
and then I remember him like it was
yeah.
like it was huge. It was like,
Yeah, it
boy,
was.
do you not chew your goddamn food? What are you doing?
I mean, like it was at least like it wasn't full hot, but it was like this much, like you know what I mean? Like,
Lodged
bro,
in his throat. I
like-
remember thinking like this
Yeah,
guy
like-
could die here right now.
dude, that
That was
scares
one of
me.
the scariest moments.
That was one of the scariest moments because a lot of times my parents were like, "Do not invite your friends over because
Yeah.
if something happens, like you know, one of
We're
them gets
not
hurt-
here.
Yeah, like you know, what I'm saying like we're not here, but well, also they're liable. Like they're like you know, you had boys, and, you know, what I'm saying like they could get in a lot of trouble.
It's like when someone
You
got
know,
stabbed at your house.
Yeah, stabbed.
Remember outside your house?
Someone got stabbed.
Remember that?
I do not remember.
There was that kickback.
Yeah, I remember.
When the guy came in, he was like, he had like blood all over him. and shit.
Fuck, I
You don't remember that?
Fuck. Okay,
Dude,
just I
you,
must
were
have.
on a, you were on a different planet.
I was on a different planet, but I know I remember briefly.
I don't know
that
where you were.
My friend's.
I was here.
My friend's car got keyed by somebody.
I remember there was
Yeah.
a fight outside, and some guy came in. What was that girl that I was talking to? But yeah, I remember I was talking with her, and then all of a sudden someone ran in and was like, "I need help." And we're like, "What the fuck happened to you?" And he like went like this, and he had blood all over his hand, and he got like stabbed in the front yard because I think someone knew where he was or something. And at that point, you were like, "Everyone has to get the fuck out now." Like literally, get the hell out.
Yeah, I remember like like the you don't have to go home, but you have to get the fuck out of here, kind of.
Yeah, like the homies can stay. And
Yeah,
then I actually
yeah.
left
I
too.
remember that specific.
There was a mass text that everyone in like the valley or
Yeah.
it was on Facebook
Yeah. it
would
was-
get
Yeah, it was
saying party at this address.
Mhm.
And I remember seeing that being like, wait, Malcolm, this is your address. You're having a and he was like, I'm not having anything. And then all of a sudden, what, 10
Mhm.
minutes later,
Yeah.
speakers started coming in.
Yeah, I didn't like mind the speakers, but I did not know
They started setting up the
that
DJ
many people-
booth.
Yeah, I did not know it would get that serious.
And let's say that was at like 5. I remember it was still like daytime like this.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was nighttime, and I swear to God, how many fucking people were here?
Bro, like there must have been like
150 people
yeah,
back
like
here?
150 people in and out. Like you know, like maybe not all in here at one. At the
They
same
were
time.
charging people at the door.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that side door. Yeah.
There were cars all throughout the street and across the street.
Yeah. 'Cause, okay, I just
The
remember-
cops came, didn't they?
Yeah, the cops came. To be honest with you, I had never been so happy to see the cops. I didn't even care about like the.
You just
trouble.
wanted them out.
I
That was the
like, dude,
only
like,
way
these
that they
guys
were
will-
getting out.
Yeah, the what really terrified me was I'd go to the middle of the street, and I could see people walking from all the way at the end of the street.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Like my house.
yeah, I was just like, and then like I kind of walk up the street, and I'm trying to tell people to turn around.
Didn't work.
And then yeah, it didn't work. But you know our neighbors Armice George over there, he was just like, because he came out, he saw people, he was like, having a party, huh? And I was just like, fuck.
You're like, help me, help me. Because there was no way that we were getting anyone out.
Yeah,
We tried in the beginning, like, no,
Yeah.
you guys can't do this. And they just like kind of ran over us.
yeah, low key.
I'll never forget. It was like also kind of scary.
Yeah, it was kind of scary because I
We were not like,
yeah, I was young. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I was the
we were
same-
nice guys too.
Yeah, we
so it was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
we
super
weren't
nice
going to
guys.
pick a fight with someone and be like,
Exactly.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you
we
know,
were like,
you know, like me, and you knew me. I was even nicer back then. I was the same kid playing Smash Bros. You know what I mean? Like,
you still were, yeah. We
Yeah.
still were.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, imagine like that personality. Like the memory I remember the most was people coming up the street, and I was like, fuck. And when it was over, and there were just like a shit ton of cans and shit and trash.
Cans, balloons, cigarettes.
Yeah, just.
And you and I were just cleaning that shit up,
Yeah,
putting them in trash
I
bags.
appreciate that. Like my real ones were there, really helping me out. I lost something that the other night. The
Someone stole something, right?
yeah, there wasn't that one, but the part that we had inside.
The kickback.
Yeah, or kickback or whatever. Someone stole my iPod Touch. Like I just realized one time that like, because I was using that for music, and then soon I was just like, how
Where's the
come I don't
music?
hear any music?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And those were like gold back then.
yeah. And
You know,
that-
I don't remember where my iPod Touch
that
went.
was after graduation because I got that iPod Touch for graduation.
Oh, that's even worse.
That's fat. I was just like, fuck.
I don't remember where my iPod Touch is. You know, sometimes I think like, man, I wish I found those things and would just, God, the memories that would be in that iPod Touch
Mm-hmm.
or those iPods.
I want to see what I was listening to.
What a weird thing, right? That iPods were a separate thing from our phones
Yeah.
that we always had in our pockets or backpack or wherever.
I know. Yeah. Now it's just like there's. Oop. Oh no, something else. Cancel.
Also, what time are we at?
We're at 40 seconds for the next 30 minutes.
So maybe we should just wrap it up here.